Is Jake Paul taking steroids? After knocking out Nate Robinson, Ben Askren, and beating Tyron Woodley, critics have speculated fire saying that Jake is refusing to take any drug tests leading up to his fight with Tommy. That the celebrity boxer needed juice to get the job done. Recently, Tyson and Tommy Fury's father, John Fury, added fuel to this.
Something ain't right. Something ain't right. And damn it, it's time that we find out.
In a recent interview, Papa Fury claimed that there are some rubbish clauses in that fighting contract, including the name change to Tommy Fumbles if Jake wins the fight. But what stood out the most to Fury was Jake's refusal to sign up for any drug tests administered by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. John Fury also added that Jake never got any drug tests leading up to his fight against Tyron Woodley, which was extremely suspicious. Interestingly enough, Jake's potential opponent after Tommy has also made headlines recently for being rumored to dabble with a little HGH.
Steroids? What are you talking about, steroids? Don't be putting my name in steroids. I'm major against that.
Conor McGregor vs. Jake Paul. Many now believe that McGregor is actually next in line for Jake following his upcoming fight with Tommy Fury. Jake has told TMZ that he's been in talks with McGregor's team about setting up a blockbuster event.
Shut up and take my money!
We all know Jake Paul has been openly campaigning to get a fight on the books with Conor McGregor for quite some time now. From offering the notorious $50 million to fight him, to baiting him in by trolling Conor by wearing a diamond emblem of Conor on the ground after being knocked out by Dustin Poirier. But why would Conor be interested in this matchup now? With this fight expected to potentially double the Paul vs. Woodley numbers, we all know both men want the money grab, despite Jake saying that he doesn't want to fight losers, and McGregor not publicly entertaining this possibility at all.
When you sign to fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home, you ring your wife. Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Break out the red panties.
But there's even more to this potential fight than the multi-million-dollar paydays. Following Conor McGregor's gruesome leg injury he endured during his trilogy with Poirier, it's been rumored that Conor could look to make an appearance in the ring before getting back to kicking skulls in the octagon. Sources believe that Conor has been non-committal to fight any UFC opponents in the near future because he's eager to box once again, despite calling out Max Holloway and Michael Chandler as future opponents.
We're disgusted with him right now. Completely disgusted.
Before making his UFC comeback in 2021, he was actually mainly focusing on his boxing skills in preparation for a potential rematch with Floyd Mayweather. Once those conversations stalled, he decided he'd return back home to Dana White. Fast forward now, Jake has proven to Conor that his events not only bring in serious cash, but that Jake is extremely beatable after nearly being knocked out by Tyron Woodley. And insiders and members of the fighting community even believe that Jake might have had a no knockout clause in place that protected him against Woodley.
I just don't know what to say about this.
McGregor believing that this fight fixed information is true only gives him and his camp more confidence. Naturally, seeing the opportunity to get a win on his record for the first time in years and a chance to collect an insane check, McGregor is a shark that smells the blood in the water. For this fight, Jake will have the best team behind him ever as he enters the ring, with Hospla agreeing to corner Jake.
Who the is that guy?
If you're not already familiar, Hospla isn't exactly the biggest fan of Conor McGregor. After multiple valiant efforts from Hospla to get a fight on the books with Conor McGregor, the Irishman has simply remained quiet. Hospla will actually be cornering Jake during his upcoming fight this December against Tommy Fury. As of lately, the trash talking and tweeting between Jake and Tommy keeps piling on, but Tommy's big brother, the heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson Fury, has been sending Jake private messages and getting into his head.
I am Tyson Fury. Remember the name. Peace out.
Apparently, Tyson Fury has been sliding into Jake's DMs recently, throwing jabs at the celebrity boxer and even sending him voice recordings. Some of his voice messages to Jake include him saying, "He's coming for you, Jakey boy. You're gonna get annihilated, Jakey." I could hear Tyson say this as I read it. The heavyweight is putting a lot of pressure on his younger brother to get the job done on December 18th, telling Tommy that he cannot come home if he does not knock out Jake Paul. He said his little brother Tommy will need to fly to a foreign country and stay there because he ain't coming home if he loses this fight.
You better not lose. No pressure now, boys. No pressure.